Today, the world is marking 30 years since hundreds of protesters were killed in China's Tianamen Square. The events of that day are still rippling into the present, and the images have remained iconic examples of democratic protests. Tank Man is perhaps the most famous photo from that moment. The unidentified man blocked Chinese tanks in the middle of the road the morning after the massacre. He was eventually pulled to safety by onlookers. It's estimated Chinese authorities killed hundreds, if not thousands, of pro-democracy protesters over the course of one day. An official death toll has never been released, unsurprisingly. The Chinese government tightly controls any mention of even the name Tiananmen Square in relation to what happened. Not only does Beijing block all of our TV reporting about the massacre, but Chinese censors have gone further today. China's firewall has shut off access to CNN.com and many other news outlets. Earlier today, our Matt Rivers was reporting live from Beijing. He was talking about Tiananmen Square when all of a sudden, undercover security forces showed up to harass and interfere with his live report. The team kept filming. Take a look.
If you stick your neck out and you start talking about, we're not sure who this gentleman is here, plainclothes police officer more than likely. So what we're going to do now, Rosemary, I'm going to toss it back to you in the studio. Natalie, you can just back up. We don't want to antagonize the situation, but this is what happens when you talk about Tiananmen Square. Go again. So what's happening here is that uniformed police officers don't want to be captured on camera pushing us away, but then they bring in people like this who clearly are working for security forces in some way, shape, or form, but they just don't want us to be here.